12, stick with check that one out.
6-1 bullet, 2-1 start, take your shots.
Officer still stands for time? No. Offender in custody? Anyone else close, wait till the result, let me know. 10-5, you sir.
24-12.
Okay over there? Is the victim at the hospital? Someone shot there. Alright, the ET doesn't take pictures of the police domestic related?
This is the EvilleCJ Media Investigations Network, the realest reporting of all media sources. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this out to your socials and friends. Here now are your hosts.
Yes, we are here. Whoa, we're like really tiny now for some reason. Hold on one second. You gotta love it when we're not in the studio. Here, let's go ahead and do this. There we go. What's up, Jennifer, Rosie?
Hey, everybody.
And Veronica. Veronica will be joining us here shortly. She got called out to the field. Rosie did say that she was having some technical issues there before we started. Let me turn on these comments. Thank you all for being here. Uh-oh. Oh. Hold on. We gotta... You gotta love it. But hey, we're here, right? We're here finally.
We made it.
We are here. Yes, Veronica, we got Mandy Lynn, protest organizer, will be joining us later on as well, and some other guests we're going to plan having on with us as we go through the deep dive when it comes to Elena Moore's mysterious case of what exactly took place with what's going on. So we got a lot of our boots on the ground work done, completed, little teeny bit left, but that's to come over the next couple of days. But we got a lot of the major stuff done out of the way. We went down there daytime a few times, also nighttime, the exact time that Elena would have been walking down there. And I'm telling you right now, Jennifer and I kind of chit-chatted a minute before the show started, and we were talking about we couldn't wait to do tonight's show, just number one, just to discuss this whole a female being comfortable, right? You're being chased, you're being followed, and you supposedly walked down that trail at that time at night. That's why I had to go there at that exact time at night, because I'm like, y'all got to see how dark it is. And what's crazy is when I shut the spotlight off, I literally couldn't see my hand this far in front of me. That's how dark it was. So I was creeped out, like me. I was creeped out. So do we really think that a female by herself that's being chased and followed is really going to walk down that path? I mean, come on now. Let's be real.
No.
Let's be real.
No.
So with how I
There's
described...
got to be a really, really good reason.
Oh, man. I mean, because with how I described her body based off of the foliage and the decomp mixed in with the foliage... I kind of, and plus the person that called in the tip had mentioned thought that she was sleeping. So fetal position, kind of like how I drew out based off of the foliage there. It makes me even wonder more, was she literally just tossed over the side, because if you're going for a walk, I mean, why would you go down there? Number one. And if you're going for a walk, when I took everybody down in the daytime, when you're going for a walk, why would you turn to the right, which it's a complete dead end? It's a complete dead end. Why would you even go that way? So even going that way as a walk just makes absolutely no sense, even if you were walking. We're going to be, so this is going to be a multi-part series where we're doing the deep dive. The first couple episodes are going to be really digging into the footage. And then after that, we're going to be discussing the cease and desist. We're going to be going through the Friends interviews. Anything that the friends put on social media. We're going to be digging into the ring cams in one of the episodes, the husband scandals, the articles, the 911 call, the EMS audio, the map routes, the death scene, the autopsy. Hopefully there's going to be something coming soon when it comes to this autopsy, because it shouldn't be too much longer before we get some real information and we really have a better idea of exactly what happens, because with what we got already, that's typical. But when the toxicology comes back, the cause of death, all of those things, it's going to be very key to a lot of answers or questions that we all have, and have had since she went missing and we found out the circumstances surrounding that. Also, we're going to be discussing, there's been a lot of talk recently from an investigator that self-admits that they don't know very much about Lexington. Discussing about a car path. Now, it created this whole hoopla with this car path and a vehicle going down there. And so we're also going to be tackling that, going through the footage, going through the photos, because, when I went there day one, I told everybody because there was already discussions, because if you look from Google, if you're investigating, looking on Google, then you're going to see a car path or a path, right? I'm not even going to say a car path, a path, okay? But the thing is when you're actually there and you can see what the hell is there, then you already know, yeah, a car ain't coming through this way. There ain't no way in hell, because they're going to get stuck, especially with their lights off. We got to remember, this night, it is dark as hell. A car without its lights on trying to drive through this, I'm sorry. No, an ATV. When I first got there, I looked around and I said, ain't no way a car coming through either way. This road that they show on Google or through this other path, there's no way a car is coming through. An ATV, yes. An ATV, oh, for sure. On both parts, an ATV definitely could. So no, a car, you got to think about it. It's if I couldn't see my fingers in front of my face, how is a car going to navigate driving through there, Like, let's be real. Like, and if a car did have headlights on, that would be a dead giveaway, right? Like, why is there car headlights in those woods? Like,
Yeah.
It would be such an anomaly that it would be like, why is the sun blue? Because it's, it just, no, it's not happening. So we're going to be debunking that too. There's so much speculation and stuff. And I get it. Some people, they do really, really, truly want to help, and some are just trying to get attention no matter what way they can. So yeah, we're going to be going through that. So maybe we should tackle that first, and that's okay, Veronica. You're good. Go ahead and join whenever you're able to. Also, Rosie trying a different device. Oh, no problem. Listen, when I'm out here, and that's why we're a little late, and I apologize. I haven't even been able to have a sip of coffee. When I'm out here doing these on location, on the road, mobile shows, like, the technical issues always come about. It's just, hell, I couldn't get my microphone to get connected to the computer for like 20 minutes, and then I just shut my Bluetooth off, and all of a sudden it started working. I'm like, okay, who knew? Who knew? Last time I used it, I had Bluetooth earbuds and this working, so I don't know. You tell me. It just does what it wants to. But we are going to, on this deep dive multi-part series, again, this is part 1. part 1 and part 2. We're going to be going through the footage big time. Then we're going to be going through Ring Cam on another episode, the Hub scandal on another one. We're going to be going through different things on different parts and have different guests as well. So thank you for joining, Jennifer. Hopefully Rosie can get her things fixed. If not, no worries. Totally understandable. And Veronica, join us whenever you're able to. So let's go ahead and say what's up. And also, we're going to be including live calls in each of these at the end of each episode. So if you do want to call in, let us know what your thoughts or theories or opinions on what we're discussing for this particular part. And go ahead and let us know what you think. So if you're interested, we will go ahead and let you know when we'll be taking the live calls in that segment of the show, if you have anything that you would like to share. I do want to say a special shout out while we were at the Vigil, by the way. If you haven't seen the Vigil, there's 2 versions. I uploaded for members, or maybe I did it for the public, because I uploaded so many freaking videos for the members. I did. It was so many. By the way, here's the playlist if anybody wants it. This is not all of the members' videos. This is just the boots on the ground videos. Some of them are public and most of them are member, but that's all the boots on the ground videos that I have right now for Elena's case that I have uploaded. So there's that link. You can check it out. Let me see here, but I forgot where I was even going. I'm sorry, but we're gonna say what's up. I want to say thank you. Oh yeah. That's right. Thank you, Rosie, for being a member for 29 months, and also she gifted a membership. Thank you so much for that. Also, while we were out at the Vigil, and by the way, the link for the Vigil is in the description. All you have to do is click more. And you can actually have the link to the After Dark, the daytime, all raw HD for the public. You all can check that out. It's in the description of this video. But while we were out there on, where did it go? While we were out there at the Vigil, I want to say thank you to Kimberly Benson 4167 for the $49.99 super chat. And thank you for the kind words. She wrote, "Great job, CJ." Also, I want to say thank you, a special thank you to Miriam Canada for the $20.99 super thanks in one of the comments of the videos. Thank you so much. And then also the gifted membership from Rosie. Thank you guys so much. Literally, because of your support, through memberships, super thanks, super chats, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of those, it really helps us be able to be out there and to try and help these communities and the victims and the families and make a difference. So stuff like this doesn't keep happening, because it seems to keep happening. What's up, Kib Kitty and Marchand? Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Mary, Veronica, yes, she'll be joining here shortly. And while I was working on Micah Miller, we worked on Micah Miller, did a lot of shit for Micah's case. So did Veronica. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have her on with us on this part 1, is because she did a tremendous job for Micah's case. And, you know, when I first came along Elena's case, I instantly, before we even had a show, I told everybody, this reminds me so much of Micah and JP. And as time's gone on, it kind of has unraveled to be that. And, you know, even the final result, you know, the final result is so similar too, because we didn't even she wasn't even found at that point, and so it was kind of interesting to see how it kind of unfolded. And it was like, and in the woods, in a place where a woman wouldn't be, you know,
Yep.
suspicious passing. And then the husband, we heard all the stories about that. Yeah. What's up, RH Teddy? Thank you for joining from Colorado. Appreciate it very much. Veronica, oh, you didn't have to. Gifted a membership. If you got gifted a membership, Veronica, say thank you. I was trying to gift. Oh, no, it did. It worked. It says gifted. Thank you so much. You didn't have to. There's the link for that. Yes, it was a beautiful vigil. I do have to say shout out to Mandy Lynn. She was the one who organized it and put it together. She did a wonderful job. She's actually going to be joining us here on one of these episodes this week. So I can't wait to have her on. She's got a lot of interesting things to say too when it comes to what kind of happened. But as we kind of like with this, I kind of assume that she was walking underneath. I do want to mention this because I know that there's still people out there talking, and I don't know why they're saying this, but there's still people talking about how she walked under the bridge and that's where she passed. And there is no walking underneath where she was at. In fact, the trail that I first went down, you go into a creek. It like cuts it off. So you can't even like be walking in that spot and even end up where she's at. Like, and it's literally a wall. It's not even really a bridge. It's a wall. The ground is lower on both sides. There's woods. But the trail actually ends in a different spot than where it begins on the side of the road that she was found. It's not even a bridge. So I'm really shocked that there's still people out there talking that she walked under a bridge and passed away. That's not the layout whatsoever when it comes to. If you haven't seen it yet, I know there's, even if you're on replay, there's probably going to be some people that are coming across this that never have either seen the footage or heard about this. Elena Moore was a 39-year-old wife that vanished on June 11th. She was found on the 17th next to the side of the road on a little walk path, basically a dead end, in South Carolina, Lexington. And the coroner, like a week ago, maybe a week and a couple days ago, it came out and said that there were no signs of any foul play. Let me see. What's up, Pootie Cat's mom? How are you doing, Sunshine Girl? What's up, Rita? Thank you for hopping in. We got Veronica. What's up, Veronica? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. Hopefully everything's going good with you. Appreciate you for joining.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah, it has. A year or two almost, probably. And if you're not subscribed to Veronica, there's her channel. And let me drop Jennifer's channel as well. And Rosie's. Fingers crossed, Rosie. I know you're trying. Thank you for trying. I appreciate you. She's at the office right now, so there's probably some kind of, StreamYard don't like change. It don't like change. What's up, Lisa? Thank you for hopping in. So, when I go through this footage, I'm going to show there was no bridge. There's not a bridge. So if anybody's still talking about a bridge, send them my daytime footage. All right. If there's people talking about how she would walk down there by herself, send them my freaking nighttime footage. Okay. And then we're going to go through this whole car going down, and you can refer them to this live stream. And I'm thinking about putting it up for public after tonight's show, because honestly, this whole car thing is just crazy, man. And when you see what I saw, you're going to be like, no. From day one, I would say ATV only too. Yeah, yes. But thank you again for joining, Veronica. And thank you for being there during the vigil as well. I appreciate you hanging out for that. Have you seen the nighttime footage, not on a live stream, but the videos that I uploaded where you can actually see the clarity and all that? Have you got to see the daytime and the nighttime footage at all?
I did see the nighttime, and it did put a lot into perspective that, it's not like a simple accident or something. And it is pretty dark down there without no light. So I agreed with a lot of the things that you said, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like I was telling everybody a little bit ago, because I was like, I had it in my mind. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do two versions. I'm going to do two versions. One version, I'm going down there without a spotlight. Number two, on the second version, I'm going down there all spotlight, right? As soon as I went to that damn entrance and I couldn't see a foot in front of me, I said, scrap that idea. We're just going to do a mixture of both, because there's no way I'm going to be able to walk down there without a freaking light, man. It was so dark. It was so dark, except for where she was found. So when you see the footage, I go down there. Now you got the lights from the gas station that are shining through, and there's a couple, holes in the woods or whatever that you can have the light shining through just very faintly. Nothing like very much. It was so faint you still couldn't see in front of you, but you could see the little teeny bits of light that were shining off that tape. Now, if there wasn't any tape there, I don't know how much you would really see the reflection from the light. And so, and plus it's a dead end, Now, if you're a female, you're being chased, you're being followed, you're worried, I think one of the reasons why she got out where she got out from the private driver, even though we still haven't had any kind of confirmation as to what company this person was working for. So I still lean to believe that it was somebody that the husband said, hey, go pick up my wife. Like, what husband does that? I said this multiple times. What husband, his wife, his loving wife, has to go to a mental health behavioral center, and he's going to allow somebody else to pick up his wife? He's not going to walk his wife holding her hand back to the car from the door of the facility. He's not going to put his hand on her lap or put his hand around her shoulder and just let her know that everything's okay. What kind of fucking loving husband sends somebody else to go pick up his wife from a mental health hospital? I mean, but that's what it sounds like. Not that it was a company driver, that it was actually somebody that he kind of, hey, buddy, Jimmy, do me a favor, go pick up my wife. She obviously knew where she was going, and she didn't want to go there, because that's why she got out at Planet Fitness. Because she wasn't trying to go to where she knew she was going. She was dipping and diving. So if you have that kind of activity going on that night where she knew what kind of danger she was heading to, that's why she got the F out at Planet Fitness. It was her escape. What woman would be walking down in that path? It's not happening. It's not happening.
I heard that the husband said that he supposedly hired an Uber driver to take her anywhere she wanted to go. But if you've ever did like any kind of delivery or ride share like Uber, you would know that that would not work. Like, you cannot, it would have to be like you hired that person and it not go through the app,
Yeah, unless she ordered it herself. and
But I would
and
still
she's
think there would be a destination that you gotta put in or something with the ride shares.
yep. Yep, she would have to, and that's what she's not going to dip out on her own ride share. She's going to go to the destination because, like you said, she's going to put that destination in there. So, it to me, and still, I've yet to see a confirmation of what company this person worked for. I mean, hell, we knew this in the Idaho 4 case, and that was a quadruple murder, right? This is just so supposedly somebody that naturally caused passed away, and we don't even know what rideshare company it was. That's fishy. No, to me, it's like I've always thought from the beginning. He sent somebody he knew that would make sure that she got to where she needed to go. She was able to bamboozle the dude to get him to go to Planet Fitness. And that's all she needed. She got her escape. So, like, to be walking in that path, man. Really? Like, no, it absolutely no sense. And when it comes to, I'm going to show you. I got footage of the CCTV cameras at the Exxon gas station. It's like I've been saying this whole time as well. The last scene shouldn't be 9:17 p.m. at Publix. The last scene should have been around 10 p.m. at Exxon gas station. And it doesn't matter if she was walking from the trail behind, and you'll see that in my daytime footage. If she's walking that trail that goes behind the Exxon, that comes out, and then that is across the street from where she ended up, she would have been caught on CCTV. If she would have walked down Old Cherokee, she would have been caught on CCTV. If somebody threw her over the side where she landed on that road right there, she would have been caught. They would have been caught on CCTV. Now, of course, if it's at the spot that she was at, no, you're not going to be able to say, damn, that looks like Jimmy. No, you're not going to be able to say that, but you are going to be able to see a car, some figures doing something, and the blobs going from 3 to 2. Like, you'll be able to see something nefarious taking place, even though you can't pinpoint. So that, it doesn't matter whether she was walking there, put there, no matter what direction she was walking from, it would have been caught on CCTV. And so I still, to this day, don't understand why there has never been any reports about it. There's never been any video. Why was the last seen at 9:17? And if it's the case where, because we kind of learned this throughout this case, that they didn't really look into anything unless it was offered. Oh, we didn't know that Publix. We didn't know that Planet Fitness. We didn't know that any of these other, until they offered the information. Hey, we think we seen somebody that fits this description. It's on our video. They weren't going to look. So when they found her body, somebody asked me, do you think that they asked Exxon gas station for the CCTV? And I said, probably not. Because they were only looking through stuff that was offered to them, not actually seeking out. And if you're an investigator, you're automatically going to go to Exxon gas station numero uno, especially if that's where you found her, and especially if that is the direction and where the cameras reach. You would have automatically been looking that up. So to me, the fact that there wasn't a last seen video at that Exxon gas station tells me that they didn't look at any CCTV. And that's a shame, because I don't think they did.
Yeah.
When you went there, because it also crossed my mind too, like if she was walking, and but there's a railing or something there that's going to stop you from just like tipping over, or like if you're just walking
Yeah.
and fall.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it depends. Like, you really. I'm gonna show the daytime and the nighttime. I mean, if you're gonna fall down there by yourself, you're really wanting to fall down there. Like, if you're just walking along the road, you got the rail, number one, and you got to climb over that, okay, or walk around to where it stops. Now, when you're on the other side where it's got her flowers and the light and all that other stuff, while you're still up there, I mean, could you? Yes, but you would deliberately have to. Like, it's not like you're like, oh shit, you fall and slip. No, you really have to if you want to. Um, and somebody else asked me, do you think her body could end up that way, like in a fetal position, if somebody dumped her? Or, and I'm like, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Of course, you can drop somebody and they could literally land in a whole bunch of different ways. There's no, you push them this way and they go like this. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Like, it's just the luck of the draw. And yeah, she could have definitely been put that way, put there that way too. And when people are like, well, there's no way that she could have been dropped because there was no bruising. And I have to remind people, she was in a very advanced state of decomp. You're not. And plus, if you're already passed away, you're not going to bruise because there's no blood flow in your body to send blood to the bruise, right? Because that's what a bruise is. It's blood that gets pushed to, right? Yeah. So, but especially with the advanced state of decomp, it would be hard. It would be hard to see that. Let me see here. Didn't break her ankle. I mean, it's very dangerous. You'll see with the daytime footage, and I took some photos too, and we're going to go through those later on. But the footage, you'll see, it's not a smooth path down there too. So, like, you really have to, like, anybody that's walking down there, you got to be using your phone flashlight or something. There is no way in hell anybody could walk down there and feel confident that they're not going to bust an ankle or something, because it's just not ideal for that. Too dark to come down there. Oh, 1 second. I want to say thank you to Pooty Cats. 26 months has flown by. Yes, it has. Keep up the good work, CJ and Angels. Thank you so much for the kind words and support, and sending much love to all from across the water and land. Thank you so much. Beautiful message. And thank you again for the support. So let's go ahead and get into some of that as we discuss this. And let me pull it up here. So we're going to go ahead and go off of the upload. So one thing I do want to touch on real quick is this car quote path that is really for ATVs only. Now, a lot of this stuff we're going to be going through is all members only stuff. So if you're not a member, you still get a chance to check out some of the footage. You just don't get the raw HD uploads for that. But we did upload a few things for you, and we'll be dropping some more things for the public as some of it goes on. But I believe this is it. So let me switch to this and let's see if this is the actual video. I don't know. We'll see. GoPro. And let me switch to this. All right. Let's see if this is okay. So I'm going to share this real quick. Oh, where's Veronica? There we go. All right. So this is a part. So, right, StreamYard. All right. So this is so what I'm sharing right now. Let me put us over here. Okay. So right there, you can see the gas station. Okay. You got the gas station in the background here. Now, the exit for the 14-mile creek trail and you'll see in different parts of these videos, is it exits over there. Now there's another small trail here, but it isn't connected to the one over there. And even the locals said that when I talked to some locals over there on the side by the gas station. But Elena was found over here to the right of us. So as you can see, this part of the rail directly on the other side, that's where Elena was found. So we're actually on the other side here, and I'm going to play this for a second. So we're at the memorial spot where Elena Moore was found deceased, and I'm going to show you some different footage here beyond what we already showed you earlier. So again, here's the view of the flowers. Now we're going to be going across this trail on the other side here, and I'm going to show you that it does not connect to the trail that she was found at. This isn't even really a trail. See, now there's something over here, but the trail does not connect to the 14-mile creek trail. You see it dead ends right there. We got a dead end to that one. So there's no trail. There is no trail that connects on that side, because in our last footage that we showed you, and when we talked to those locals, that was the only path that they knew. So again, dead end, no path. Right there, there's a creek that's dried up. Now we're going to be going across the street. Again, this is members only. This is actually GoPro footage here we're checking out right here, just to show you even more. Now we took you down the trail that entered down in that direction. That's where it ended up, at that creek. So you see how it looks like there's a bridge right here?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bridge. It's not a bridge. It looks like a bridge, but it's not a bridge. Was before. So let me skip ahead a little bit. And all right, so we're up here. Right here. Okay, so you can see right here you got the rail, and then over here you got this the wall. It's the top of the wall that is along the area that she was found. It's a retaining wall in a way. Now you're walking over there. If you're walking back behind here, I don't know why you would. So if anybody's seen the footage of me kind of walking through this area, because I've walked back and forth throughout different parts of my footage, as I'm walking into it, you wouldn't actually be walking through there normally because of all the brush. You can see it right here. All the brush is overgrown. Like if you're trying to walk through this area right here just to walk, you're going to walk on this side of the rail because you actually have a decent amount of room between the road and this rail. You're not going to like walk through and fight through a bunch of brush and trees and bush and all that other stuff. But if you really wanted to like jump over, you could, so this right here is a perfect picture, and it kind of runs all up and down that rail. It's got this. There's a little open spot here. Then it gets brushy again, and so it's like there's honestly, if somebody's gonna walk, they're gonna walk along here because not too much farther after that rail ends, it opens up to grass. And so you can, just walk normal. So there wouldn't be any reason why somebody, to me, would be walking right there. All right. Now we're going to take you around. Or here, I'll actually walk by it so you can kind of see it. Again, right here, you got the flowers and the spot right there. So we're going to take you back behind there again, but we're going to go in a different direction as well. And also, there was some discussion about a car driving back there, and that is just absolutely not possible. It doesn't even make sense. So we're going to show you real quick. So now we're at the intersection. You can see the gas station over there. Also, Exxon. Where's the CCTV that shows Elena Moore here? No matter what direction she was coming, it would have been caught. And the last scene should be 10 p.m. instead of 9:17, I should say. As you can see, really a bunch of nothing. You keep walking down, and then there's this little trail. All right, so I'm going to pause it right here. Number one, a car going, there's two places that people are discussing cars. One of them is driving through here. Do you really think? Now, we just see the entrance. We're not seeing the drop off. We're not seeing the square drop off that would totally rip in underneath of any vehicle that is either trying to go down or up this freaking thing. Just because it's summertime doesn't mean that covers up the spot that a car can drive. A car is not, it's not happening. So right here, you got this big hump right here. That would rip an oil pan off the underneath of a car. So whoever decided to drive their car up or down this, you lost an oil pan. Okay, that's number one. For real, I've lost an oil pan before, I know. All right, so now you got this huge drop. And then at the bottom of this drop, you got a big swampy, muddy area. So as you can see, let it get a little closer. As you can see, from here all the way over here, squish, squish, water coming out, squish, water coming out. All four tires would be getting stuck. So not only they lose an oil pan, right? Not only they lose an oil pan, they get all four tires stuck while not having their headlights on by trying to get rid of a body. Okay, that makes absolute sense. Okay, this is the first one. Now we're going to head to the second quote, place a car can drive down, according to other Google Map investigations. Okay, so as we're coming up this spot now, Elena is off to the right. Elena is off to the right. You can see the crime scene tape, or the sheriff's tape, already over there. Now, people are talking about this path over here. Oh, a car could definitely drive. No, it can't. A car is not making it over that. It's like I said from day one when I went there. I said, a car? No. ATV? Oh yeah, I can see an ATV, no problem. A car, ain't no way in hell. And you know, I took this footage the first day that I came here. And you know how much this car path to where she was found, that I mean, my God, it's been wildfire. Spreading like wildfire. And I'm like, all you have to do is just trust boots that are there, not, looking from a 2017 Google image. There's a difference. But do you think a car is going to navigate that?
No.
Definitely bottom out, that's for sure. And get stuck.
It'd do a lot more. I mean, I'd hate, listen, if it came through here and then left through I would hate to see what that car looks like. I mean, it might look pretty on top, but underneath, oh my gosh. It would probably be like what happened to my car, where both shocks were fucked and both brake lines were fucked, It's like my car, Jennifer, because Jennifer knows what's been going on in the background. It's like my car drove through this, is it not? That's what it feels like, don't it? Yeah. It does, don't it?
Yeah.
My fucking car drove through this. Yeah. So if a car did drive through it, it would have the problems that mine did. All right. Now I'm gonna take you over, back over here, so I can show you guys a little bit of something while we're in the daytime. And I'm pretty sure this captures it. The wall where she was found, there is no bridge. And I gotta ask you guys, this is so crazy. I was so shocked when I went here how much area was taped off. I don't understand that. So we're seeing it right here. Look, we're seeing it all the way back here, right? So you see this wall. You see that wall right there, all the way back there. That's right next to where she was found, okay? That wall. It literally just a couple feet from that wall down here is where she was found. Look at how far this tape goes. I was I've never been at a crime scene where the tape literally goes all the way back here and around. Mm-hmm. It was such a huge tape off. I didn't understand it. It was very odd to me. What do you guys think about that? I kind of sat there when I went there and I first seen that. I said to myself, I wonder if there was like more stuff that was left and that was scattered or something. Why would it be taped off that much,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like maybe there was more stuff around or something, because that is a pretty big space.
Yeah. See, you can see the cross.
Yeah, I agree.
You can see the cross right here. You can see the flower. You see the wall. That's a wall that goes all the way along that road. She was not found under a bridge. Literally, it's a wall. Not very far from the ground. Babs, what's up, Babs? How far is the drop from the roadway to the ground? Well, you can see. You got the. Well, it looks a lot farther from the top down.
Right.
Okay. But you can see. Look, you can see the top of the road, right, or the top of the wall is right here. You got the rail right here. You can see right here where her cross is at. It's not. You're not going to die from falling. You're not.
That, I mean, it's not that far, like you said. And
yeah.
So that kind of takes away that theory. I mean, if anything, I mean, say she did fall or whatever, and they said there was no kind of trauma or anything like that. So, I mean, she didn't hit her head. So, I mean, if anything, she would have maybe broke a leg or something.
If that. I don't even know if you would have broke a leg. Honestly, you could break an ankle. You could break a small bone, or a bone structure that is flexible, like an ankle or a wrist or something. You could definitely break that if you fall on it the correct way. But honestly, if I fell down that, if most people fell down that, you would just have a scraped up elbow or a knee, and you're back up to walk, and you're like, damn, that was a crazy fall. There's not going to be, unless you land on it the right way, I don't see you breaking anything, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not that
You know,
high.
and too, you can see she's so far off of any trail that makes it look very suspicious.
Right. Yeah, because like right here, it's kind of like I was telling people when I was there the first time. I was like, you got all these spider webs. Like so like you see, you got this open path right here, right? Here's this open path, and then you go back into it. Now see, when it kind of right here. So right around this area is where that creek is. So this is like it. So this dead end goes to this dead end, and then off to the left there's some grass, and then after there's that grass area that she was found, there's a creek that runs by that cuts off the other side. It cuts it off. So literally you're walking into a dead end, little chunk of grass area off to the left, and then there's a creek with water separating anything. So the fact that you go to the dead end and then it's off down there next to the bridge, that is like a spot that you dump somebody.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, because a lot of that area looks cleared, and then to be found right over there, right where it's the most brush and stuff in that area. I mean, it definitely does seem like someone was trying to conceal something.
Yeah, right up
Yeah,
next to the
definitely.
wall almost. Right up next to the wall almost. And really, like, again, if you're walking, you know, yeah, you're not driving a car down this way, but if you're going for a walk and it's that dark and you're just going for a walk, why are you turning this way to a dead end and not going this way? Because you see, you got that whole trail going all the way back. And yeah, you don't have a car, but you know what? You can walk over that on foot. So why wouldn't you go walk this way where the trail goes down as far as the eye can see? Why wouldn't you go down this way to go, you know, you get to this T section and you take a right to a dead end? That to me, because again, if we're walking there, right? If you're driving by, and this is why I say it's like she was dumped, because if you're driving by, you're not going to see the body from the side of the road because it's up against the wall. If you're walking, you're probably not going to see it unless you're like literally walking where all those flowers are at. Then you're going to see a body. But if you're driving by, you're not going to see a body. Most people are walking. They're going to be walking on the other side of the rail. You're not going to be able to see her from the other side of the rail because I couldn't even see the cross from the road side of the rail. And if you're walking down this path, you're definitely not going to go down to a dead end and then turn around. You're going to come to this and you're going to turn left and you're going to keep walking. So it would be a spot where if somebody does come here and goes, I've never been here before. What's this? Oh, it's a dead end. You're not really going to walk down there either. So it's like a spot that is secluded that somebody's not going to notice something until they smell something. What's that weird smell? I don't know. Let's go look.
Yeah, and I think that was actually how she got discovered, wasn't it? That someone was out or something and they smelled something and they found her.
Well, somebody, I don't know for sure. What I do know is that the person that found her said they thought she was sleeping. So I don't know if they necessarily smelled anything, because if they thought she was sleeping, then I don't know if they really smelled something. So when I was there and I was at the top, okay, so when I'm up here, let me see here. So when I'm up here at this spot, and I walked up to these flowers. Now I know the smell. Okay? I know the smell. So, and it was just a very small hint. But I could smell it. Now, if somebody's just walking by, it's a very small hint. You might think it's just nature, a dead raccoon along the side of the road or something,
Yeah.
It wasn't until I went down to here, as I was walking about let me see, as I got to about this spot right here, I could smell it. That's how strong it was down here.
Now, if she was that far into decomp, I mean, is there a way to mistaken somebody sleeping? Or, I mean, if it's that far into decomp, I mean, wouldn't you kind of, you'd be able to tell some?
Well, let me bring up this photo and I'll show you. Okay, hold on. I got the current one. I gotta find the old one. Hold on. I need to find the old photo that I took way back in the beginning. Hold on one second. Because I have the current one, but you can't really see the current or see. I have to show you from the old one. Hold on, I know I got it somewhere. Because with how I think her body was laying based off of the decomp on the ground, she was in a fetal position facing away from the road. And with her long hair and the way that she could have been laying, I think that she could have easily been, if somebody's not really focused, I could see somebody thinking that she was sleeping here. Shit, where did it go? Give me 1 second. I know I have it in here. I got so much stuff and I haven't even been able to organize most of it. I apologize. There it is. Okay. Let me send it here. Let me open it up. All right, let me share it. Okay, so here's the photo before the it won't let me zoom. Okay. Why not? 1 second. Let me just make a new picture. Because for some reason it won't let me zoom on Discord with this now. Oh my God, where'd it go? I apologize.
Oh, you're fine. Do either of you believe that she was hit by a car and flung over the railing? I've seen that pushed a lot in some of the chats and forums.
I think that would have been reported on the autopsy because it would have been obvious injuries. And if a coroner medical examiner didn't report that, that's a problem. Because those are injuries that you can't hide. Getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
Those are injuries.
Yeah, they would have had to hit her pretty hard, to make her fly over the rail, over that wall, and then land on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for her autopsy to come back and say that there was no kind of trauma to the body, like
Yeah.
what or anything. It's just odd. I'm wondering if
Yeah.
maybe because her story picked up so quickly and became national and stuff real quick, that if somebody didn't say, "Oh crap, well, we might need to go ahead and, you know, call in a tip or something," say, "Oh yeah, we thought she was sleeping or something," you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Give me 1 second.
So you think the
This is
person
crazy.
that called that tip in knew something or maybe was involved? Is that what you're saying, Veronica?
Could be a possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense, especially with her case getting so like blown up so quickly, and
Mm-hmm.
the more people looking and stuff, and they're probably like that somebody could have got spooked and maybe did that, or I mean, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. She's pretty far down there, and from the railing, it seems like it it would be awfully hard for someone walking by to just see her unless they were really looking for her there.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, which I could be wrong, CJ could probably correct me if I am, but did they search that area or search down in that area somewhere?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was distracted trying to get this up. I'm sorry, what? There we go. Sorry
Didn't
about
they search that area? Whenever she came up missing, they searched that area and they didn't find anything?
No, they searched a different area. They searched a different area and they didn't find anything because the last place they thought she was at was Planet Fitness. So they were searching. They were searching back behind there. When Publix reached out and said that they had some footage, then that's when they started doing their searches and moving their searches over. They didn't actually search the area that she was found at until somebody called in the tip. So they were searching, in different areas. They were searching in different areas, but they weren't looking in the right spots. Once that tip came in, they went down there. That's when there was this huge police presence. I actually remember waking up that morning and I saw the local news channel with the live police presence at that intersection, and I was like, oh gosh, they found her, didn't they? I mean, because you know what I mean, like, it was kind of, they were only looking for one person in that general area right there, and then all of a sudden there's a huge police presence next to the side of the road. It just kind of put two and two together. But here's that photo that I was talking about, Veronica. So you can see now the heat, the elements of the weather, the humidity, especially the heat, the rain. There was a lot of rain those couple days too, or the week in between that she was reported missing and found. And this goes along with, when I go down there, even the last time that I went down there at nighttime, and you can hear on the night footage when it hits me, the smell. It goes along with how strong that smell is, and we were showing this before we even made it out there, boots on the ground. As you can see, the foliage here, okay? You can see the discoloration of the foliage. Now you have a discoloration up here and a larger discoloration right here and a little discoloration over here. And so right here, now this is my personal opinion, is right here was the head. The torso was right here. The upper legs were right here, and the bottom legs were right here. So if somebody is laying in a pretty close to a fetal position, okay, and if their upper body's here, their torso's here, their upper legs are here, their bottom legs are here, they're going to be facing the other way than the road. And so that kind of, to me, it all kind of fits together, not only with the decomp that you see that's baked into the soil, but also the direction of the body and how it would have been laying. Also, the tip that came in that looked down, that thought that somebody was sleeping, all of that kind of lines up together. Now, when it comes to somebody looking down, she was already wearing dark clothing. She had dark hair. And who said, when it comes to this basically right here, if somebody's leaning forward now, if the front of their face is darker, because of the advanced decomp, it's going to kind of blend in to the foliage. The only part that you're really going to see from up there is going to be like some of the ear and a little bit of the jaw right there. So that specific part would have had to be showing signs of, but then even at that point, somebody could mistaken it as dirt, different things like that. And so I can see how somebody could look down there and was just looking down there for a second and was like, oh gosh, I think it's a homeless person that's sleeping, because there is a lot of reports of homeless people being in those woods and sleeping, and so I can see somebody just walking by going, that's weird, a female, but thinking they were homeless and they were just sleeping next to the side of the road that would be some kind of shelter or something. So I can see that. Now I can also see somebody like knowing something and wanting to like, throw off or kind of, had some kind of involvement or knowledge. But if, I don't know, at the same time, if you let her go missing for 6 days and she was laying in that spot, because she wasn't somewhere else for a few days and then just got dropped off there. No, you can tell from the foliage and the decomposition that is mixed in with the soil, she was there the whole time. So she didn't get dropped off a couple days before and somebody phoned it in. So I would think if it was somebody with knowledge, maybe they wouldn't say something because they would want her to continue to decomp, if that makes sense.
Hide evidence in their mind.
Right, yeah, because if that's the goal, like really, you're tucked off, it's up next, you can see how close it is to this wall. You're literally like a foot from the wall, ain't much. And it's a perfect spot. Nobody's going to walk down that dead end if they're walking down in that direction. So it would be a perfect spot, honestly. So I don't know. It just, and it is somewhere close that somebody could have pushed somebody over to the side, because there's a lot of brush there. Definitely.
Now, wasn't she seen walking into the woods at a different location further up towards where Publix was as compared to this far down where she was actually found? Well, you can actually get back there. So as you're walking along, because Planet Fitness, Lowe's, and Publix are literally, if you remember, you can see my walk from Planet Fitness to Publix. It's not far at all. Right. And behind there, that trail starts to come through. But
I took people in that video, I took people over to the spot that she could kind of shortcut and walk. And the weeds are this tall. So like I don't see somebody walking through weeds that are this tall. Straw weeds, I'm not sure what it is here. I know it's tan and it's weeds. It looks like straw, but I just assume it's weeds. I don't know. I'm not a plant guy. All right. I don't know. I don't know it. All I know is it was this freaking tall. And I'm sitting there like, well, I even said it in the video. I was like, well, I guess you could if you really wanted to, but I just don't see her walking through all of this when you could just walk up the road. Like, so I don't know. Like, who saw her and when, you know? Because the last thing we
that's
know
my
is
question,
Publix at 9:17.
Yeah. It seems like a big discrepancy from, what we were told in the beginning, where she went into the woods to where she was actually found. Doesn't really add up to me.
Yeah, I'm going to go through it here in a few. I'm going to go through some of this. You know what? Actually, here, let me play the video of the gas
They've never
station
actually
real quick.
released the video showing her walking into the woods at a specific location, which leads me to believe that maybe that was false, just like the reporting of her car.
Yeah, because she was dropped off from a private, that's stuff that we were told in the beginning was, that her car was parked at Lowe's, is what we were told. Planet Fitness was one. Lowe's was another, is what was being reported in the very beginning. But yeah, it was the private
if they
driver.
had all this on camera, it doesn't make any sense.
I wonder why the husband would tow her car. If they're supposed to be separated or whatever, like, why is he doing any of that or know anything of where her whereabouts and stuff like that is if she's trying to get away from him?
Well, and according to the police, the husband had the car the whole time. According to his friends, he picked it up. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this now. These are two
There's
cameras.
been 3 stories about the car.
Yeah.
It was picked up at Lowe's, then he had it the whole time, and then it was taken from the mental hospital after she was checked in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. How do you? Yeah. Which one is it?
Saying that she was missing. They're supposed to be separated. So how would you know that she was missing?
Yeah.
Why won't it let me zoom in? Discord.
Well, we know somebody else who liked to take someone's vehicle away from her when she was admitted.
Oh yeah.
Also.
Yeah, and they still got that Honda too.
Really?
Yeah, the white one that she had.
So is I guess Susie's driving that now?
No, Susie's got her own car. She's got like an SUV. But JP's dad actually drives Micah's old Honda that they stole from him. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been driving that for a couple years. And it's all falling apart and everything too. So as you're looking, so you see this sign right here. That's the sign for the 14-mile trail, creek trail. All right, that's where you exit out of. So in one of my daytime videos, you'll see me go down there. I talk to some locals. There's no other way you can go on that path if you're walking down that path behind all of the area that she supposedly went down. Remember, if she walked down that path, that's where she would have had to come out, is this spot right here. There's no other way to go out, and that's from locals even. You got a camera facing over here. You have this camera facing over here, and you have another camera, and as we go on the footage, you'll kind of see there's another camera that faces. There would have been 2 cameras that would have caught her walking out of this trail. That's the only way that you can exit this trail, if she was walking the trail behind Publix and all those other stores. This is the exit. 2 cameras would have picked her up. This camera right here, this camera would have picked up any other direction that she would have been coming and ended up where she was at. This camera would have picked her up walking down Old Cherokee. This camera right here would have picked up what was taking place on the road above where she was found. There's 3 cameras on the front of this building. 2 of them would have caught her coming out. All 3 of them would have caught her at some point, no matter what direction she was coming. So this is why Exxon should have had last seen at 10 p.m. in this direction. And they had to have something on their cameras, their videos, or something when it comes to her being out there that late. So let me switch back to this. Now, this is the nighttime. If nobody has seen this yet, again, the links are in the description. That you can see the Vigil, you can see the day version and the night version of us going through here. So I'm going to play this one for you guys. This was from a few nights ago. When I went out there, again, this is the exact time. So she was last seen at 9:17 p.m. It takes roughly, it's about a 35 minute walk from where she was last seen at Publix to this location. So I went out here at 9:45, and I went out here from 9:45 to 10 p.m. So it was the exact time, exact night, exact darkness, exact traffic, exact everything that she would have been experiencing as she was going out there, or if somebody was taking her out there. This is exactly, and to be honest, I'll show you guys the GoPro. This version is actually enhanced a little bit so you can see things a little better. I'll show you a clip of the GoPro where there's no lighting enhancements to it, and you can really see how truly dark it is. We are here getting your nighttime footage of the location where Elena Moore was found. Nighttime footage. This is the exact time that Elena would have been down here. Look at how dark that is. I'll turn on my spotlight for a second. You're gonna tell me that she was walking down here this late? Like this? A lot of nature too. So we're going to take you back there. We're going to show you what it looks like at this time. Ooh, I can smell it over here. Wow, that's strong. Okay. Just look at how dark it is. What female by herself that is being chased, harassed, followed, literally goes back here at this time of night? So this is what it looks like. Same darkness, same foliage. We're going to take you back here. This is the intersection, as you can see it right there. You got to keep in mind, this is with car lights coming by too. Okay. So she walked from there and made it to here. Spotlight, no spotlight. You would literally need a flashlight just to walk back here. Once I shut this off, I can't see nothing. I don't even know where I'm going. Very dangerous. So we're going to take you back with a spotlight because I can't see. Okay, so we're back over here. Let's shut the spotlight off. You got a little. All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there. Let's go back to the spotlight so we can see the spotlight a little bit. And man, it was creepy down there. I know all the wildlife and everything. But literally, we shut this spotlight off. And that's the only light you see up there. You still don't see any other light down here. Like, why? If you're
No.
literally walking down here, like, let's go back to here. Like, what if you're walking down this road? What makes you want to, like, turn to the right and go down that path, number one? Like, why would you want to walk down that path when it's that dark all the way through there? It makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
And
No,
what
and even if you're an avid walker, you're not going to walk down there that dark for exercise. That just doesn't make sense either. I've heard that said before.
And then
And if
what
you were-
flip flops?
Yeah, she was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're gonna trip on flip flops down there. Yeah, to navigate through this in the dark, you really would break an ankle or a foot or something. To try and navigate this with sandals, it was hard for me with shoes, not slipping and falling. Because as you're walking down that steep decline, you can literally slip on rocks and dirt and all that. It's not packed in. It's a little loose. If you're
Yeah.
on sandals, yeah, you're not. There's just you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. But and if you're really trying to get away from somebody, if somebody's chasing you, wouldn't you call a friend? Why would you walk all this way? Because again, from Publix to here, you're talking 35-minute walk, maybe 40 minutes. Why wouldn't she have called somebody? Hey, Susie, come pick me up. Come pick me up at here. Come pick me up over there. Come pick me up somewhere. Why would she just go for a walk all the way over here to then end up down here? It makes absolutely no sense. Thank you so much, Hopper82, for the $5 super chat. Thank you for covering this case, CJ. Love your channel. RIP, Elena. I pray she gets justice. Thank you very much. And appreciate the support. And thanks for all the support in the comment sections, too. Really appreciate it. I just don't understand. It's one thing, before we went here, it was one thing to kind of think about and go, oh, maybe she did walk the trail. And then we're thinking that the trail's connected in certain spots, and we're looking at Google Maps.
Yeah.
And, and we're like, okay, yeah, I can see it. There's still a lot of things didn't make sense, but some things it was like, okay, I can see it. But once I got there and I was like, wait a minute, this trail don't connect to this one. Wait a minute, this path gets cut off. Wait a minute. Okay, so if she was walking back here, then how could it not end up over here? Because there was no connection between those trails. And so when you sit back and you're like, wait a minute, not only she had to exit where she would have been picked up on CCTV if she was walking behind the gas station, she would have been picked up as soon as she came out of there. Like very clear video would have picked her up. Why in the hell would she have walked diagonally across the street to then slip into this weird little entrance that has this humongous decline, and then you go there at nighttime like we did here, and it's just like, what woman does this if she really is going through all these things? So when we're looking at this and the footage and the connections that don't exist and how everything had to kind of line up, I just don't believe at all that she walked down there. I don't believe at all that she even walked the trail behind the gas station. I think all of that is just what can make sense of where she was found. Because you could be like, oh, she was found over here. She must have been walking the trail. She didn't end up on CCTV that we know of from Publix, or even where she was found. Everything, the boots on the ground, the video, the experience of going down there daytime, nighttime, exploring this area, I honestly believe that something happened shortly after Publix, which then the reason she wasn't on CCTV at Exxon gas station exiting the trail, at any of these other businesses, from Publix down Old Cherokee Road to where she was found, was because she wouldn't have ended up on any CCTV, because she was hidden from something exterior that transported her to the location of where she was found. Now, when it comes to this path that a car could have, we already showed you, a car ain't going down it no matter what, if, ands, or buts. Do I think somebody could have brought by ATV? Yes. Because, I'm sorry, how does she not end up on CCTV at Exxon gas station? The only way is that she wasn't in that area to be seen on CCTV and was brought there some other way.
Yeah.
That's it. Now,
yeah, I don't think she made it this far on foot.
I don't think so either. I don't even think she walked that trail at all. At all. I think somebody, this is what I think the scenario is after being there. I think somebody got pissed off that she got out at Planet Fitness because they were expecting her. I think somebody got pissed off and made that person stay and try and find her and go look for her. I think that same person then hired the services of somebody else to get out there real quick and find out where else she went, while the private driver is sitting there waiting for her to be visible in their vicinity. I think the person that was then hired quickly to then go see if she was anywhere else beyond where the private driver was at, I believe that person ran into her. I believe that person was able to get her in the vehicle. And then who knows what happened after that. There's a lot of different substances that can be used to subdue, knock out. And there's also substances that can make somebody pass away on the outside with no signs of trauma. And so that's where the toxicology.
Now here's a thought. when someone is strangled, there's usually marks on their neck, and you can pretty much tell, that's what happened. But if you suffocate somebody, that's not going to leave bruises around the neck. I don't know if anyone's ever thought of that before. Like, if you put a pillow over someone's face, you can smother them, and it's not
Yeah,
going to leave marks.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any signs of trauma that
Because
way
they said
either.
there's no trauma on her body. So yeah, there's ways of doing that doesn't leave marks on someone's
Well, and
body, and
that's
then you just throw them over the side of the rail.
yeah, that's where the full examiner's report will come in, and that's what we're waiting for. Because if she was suffocated, even though there isn't signs on the outside, there's going to be signs on the inside that a suffocation took place. And so that's what, after everything that I've kind of gone through, that's what I have to wait for. Because to me, she didn't walk down those trails. She ended up there somehow. I don't think she even walked down there on her own. And I honestly think that she was already passed away before she was even at the location that she was found. So, yeah, the toxicology, the full autopsy, medical examiner's report, the cause of death, all of those things are going to be very important and key because with what we've dug into so far and what we've shown, there is no way whatsoever that any other thing makes sense to me. Because if she was caught on CCTV, we would be having a completely different conversation. The fact that there's cameras that are on that building that would have caught her in any direction that she was going, leaving, walking by, something got dumped, something, it would have been caught on CCTV. The only thing that makes sense that she wasn't caught on any CCTV was that somebody brought her by an ATV through the area that somebody was claiming a car could go down. And I could see an ATV's lights not being bright enough that would set off some kind of alarm bells to the outside public that would go, why do I see headlights driving down in these woods? If you have an ATV and you have the light setting on low, or you even have one of those spotlights that's attached to your head so you don't have to use your headlights, that would be the most ideal way to do it, where somebody wouldn't even really notice you driving by. To me, that's the only thing that makes sense right now as we're going through this. So it'll be interesting to see. It shouldn't be much longer. It's been about a week and a half or so. Typically, they could take another week or two, but most of the time they're pretty much completed. Within, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some kind of information in the next couple days, honestly, because it's about that time, but it can take a little longer than that. I don't know. I have to kind of reserve a lot of things because I need to see what were the tox levels, what was the cause of death, because
I'm sorry. Where she was found at, say someone just pulled off, maybe acting like they were changing a flat tire or something like that. Would it be plausible, someone pulled off right there and they're acting like they're changing the tire or something? They moved her over and she landed where she landed, or could that be, or is that something that wouldn't be plausible because of where she was at?
No, you can see right here. Somebody could literally pull off to the side of the road right there. Yeah, act like they have a flat tire, have the trunk open or whatever, and after no cars are driving by, literally just toss over real quick. I mean, for sure. But again, that would be on CCTV. There's that one camera angle, or that one camera that is looking directly at that fucking bridge. Or not the bridge, but I mean this spot right here that she was found. It is literally pointed in that exact direction right here. Like, there would have been CCTV of like I said in the beginning, like you would have saw 2 blobs and then 1, or 3 blobs and then 2, or 4 blobs and then 3. You would have like noticed. There would have been like, you wouldn't have seen like, oh, that's definitely a freaking body, but the blobs, you could put 2 and 2 together and be like, yeah, and it's right at that spot. But yeah, it would have been caught on CCTV. So the fact that, if I can get back to that.
Now, what
shot.
about her being drugged to that spot? Because you said that the crime scene tape is pretty large area. I wonder if they found maybe evidence that she was drugged, and maybe parts of her clothing, or maybe something she had was being dropped as she was being drugged to that spot where she'd be hidden better.
Well, then it would be a homicide investigation, and according to them, it's still an open investigation according to them, but no foul play. So that's why I'm like, like,
They did
that's
come out
what-
saying the husband wasn't suspected, or he wasn't, and usually that's the first person that is suspected no matter what. But they came out the gate saying, oh no, don't look over here. The husband, he's not suspicious at all.
Yeah, and they haven't even talked to him personally because as of a week and a half ago, Henry Dukes was the go-between between law enforcement and the husband. The husband hasn't even talked to law enforcement yet. He just used
he's
to work
awfully
for him.
quiet. He's awfully quiet all of a sudden too.
Yeah, he just used to work for him, so that's probably why they. I mean, listen, I was at the Vigil even. Okay, so the first day I showed up at Planet Fitness in Lowe's. A sheriff come walking up and just stood there looking at me for a few minutes, and then just walked away like, "Hi," right? I go out to this vigil. I start talking about on the stream. You can go to the stream and you can see where I'm talking about it. I start talking about how when we started looking up the department and started hearing different stories about the corruption that's involved and the connections and all that stuff. Literally, after within a couple minutes of me saying that and starting to discuss it, a frickin' sheriff pulls up and parks, does some loops around the parking lot at the Vigil, and then pulls up and parks and never gets out of their vehicle. Like, they're obviously protecting their own, right? Like, why else would they be like making their presence known? Like, hi, we know you're here. We're just hanging out,
Yeah, that sets off some bells.
Yeah, like they're. How do you say somebody isn't? Yeah, Lioness Henry is right. How do you say that somebody is not looked at as a person of interest before you even talk to them? And there's the husband of and you don't even report your wife missing until the next day. Like, your wife, supposedly y'all are in love and you're spending the rest of your lives together. How in the hell, how does your husband not call you in missing at midnight? How is he not out there looking for you at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 in the morning? He doesn't call until the next morning after people are already at work?
Yeah, and then especially after saying he found out that she got out of the hospital. Like, if y'all were like so much in love and stuff, I mean, that would have been the first person I called to come pick me up, would be my husband.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
and then it was also said too that, and I find it funny that you mentioned that he hadn't even spoke with law enforcement yet, because someone had asked him about something or tried to get a statement or something from him, and I forget who it was, but he had told them that law enforcement actually told him not to speak to the media.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's odd, because usually law enforcement don't, maybe your attorney or something, but not law enforcement gets involved like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I said when I first heard it too. Now, yeah, there's cases where law enforcement has advised people not to say nothing, but it's just, yeah, it doesn't happen very often. And when you hear about it, you're just like, you automatically have a red flag that pops up, because it's like, that's lawyer talk. That's lawyer
Yeah.
talk. Why would, when he hasn't even talked to him, like,
And especially
don't.
in a missing persons case where you're going to want to talk to the public so that you can find your missing wife.
Yeah, no sense at all. Hopper, literally, when I shut the spotlight off, I had my hand up this close to my face because I wanted, and I could not see my fingers. Literally, this close to my face. That's how dark it was. I couldn't see my fingers. Um, very, very creepy. Plus, all the nature down there too. It was very hot, sticky. I think that's why the smell was kind of carrying a little bit, was because of the humidity and the stickiness of everything, and it's been a scorcher here. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in Indiana, I was like, damn, this heat dome. And then I come out here and I had like one comfy day, and then it was heat dome for like the whole week here, and I'm just like, damn. Yeah, it's, tell you what, man, it's been a doozy on the heat, the energy. Suffocation. Oh, yes, I couldn't see down there without the light, though. Yeah. Suffocation will show in an autopsy, with signs being around the eyes and eyelids due to blood vessels that would normally leave red marks or dots on the face around the eyes or inside the mouth. And let me see here. Pitch black SUV. Oh, you'd still be able to see something, because you got other cars driving by. It's not completely dark up there. I think one of the videos I start off, let me see. Yeah, right here. So you'd still have some kind of light, like even after the cars drive by. Watch. So this is after the car drives by. You'd still have some kind of light, where you. That's why I'm saying you wouldn't necessarily see like, oh, that's a person, but you would see blobs of different light, on the video from back there. And let me see, he took the page out of law enforcement. Yeah, like Chris Proudfoot. Yeah, let me share the GoPro with you guys real quick of the night footage here, because this, like I said, this version had a little bit of light enhancement to it, because I needed to be able to like show what was going on. But let me give you the GoPro. Where is my playlist here? Hold on one second. Let me just put this link back in. Okay, here we go. Where's the GoPro? Right here. All right, so here's the GoPro. This is the intersection, as you can see it right there. Again, this is the GoPro. This is no lighting enhancement to it. This is just straight up the way it is without any adjustment.
You got to keep in mind, this is with car lights coming by too. Okay. So she walked from there and made it to here. Spotlight, no spotlight. You would literally need a flashlight just to walk back here. Once I shut this off, I can't see nothing. I don't even know where I'm going. Very dangerous. So we're gonna take you back with a spotlight because I can't see.
So that's literally how dark it is when you're down there without any enhancements on it.
And that's just crazy. I mean, to think that she'd walk down there, not only with it being that dark and, you know, like in the woods and stuff, but also in the kind of like flip flops of all shoes.
Right.
Like, it's just crazy.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I just don't see it. It's one. I don't even see it. If there was like, if there was nobody following you, and there was nobody harassing you, nobody chasing you, you were just going on just a regular old stroll. I still don't see how somebody would even go down there. And then you add on the fact that somebody was following, harassing, chasing.
Yeah.
How do you even get to where you're even, I mean, like, wouldn't you think that would be like a perfect spot for somebody to do something if that was happening to you?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm being chased or followed, why would I want somebody to then follow me down there, right? Huh?
Man, I mean, it's almost like, you know, how some people, they hide things in plain sight. You know, like, oh, well, they're not going to think over here because it's right here, you know?
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. And this is how dark it is. You know? That's how dark it is at that intersection that late. Come on now.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
There's not even any lights around me. Like, it was already dark without, you got at least cars driving by that are giving you some light or something. But there's no way she wasn't walking again, because it would have said last seen 10 p.m. Exxon gas station. She definitely wasn't walking out of that trail. And if she was walking down Cherokee, doesn't matter. She would have been caught. Now, if she was walking down this road heading towards the gas station, unless cars are driving by in the video, CCTV could pick something up, then I don't know. That's the only direction that it wouldn't have picked her up on CCTV. Any other direction, Old Cherokee, where she was found, exiting the trail over there. It's
And
too
no one
bright.
no one we know of has come forward and said they were driving past this area and saw her.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. There was some people, like you said earlier, there was some people that mentioned behind Publix, but nothing confirmed. Nothing confirmed. And there's people making up stuff on the internet like they knew her and she did this and this, but they're the same people that have made stuff up in previous cases of other people that have had weird circumstances with their loved ones, so they kind of just insert themselves like they're members or friends of victims just to, I don't know, make themselves relevant. It's kind of weird and creepy, honestly, but yeah, makes no damn sense whatsoever.
No, without your
makes no-
footage, it's easy for people to just tell a story and run with it. But if you've got your footage, you can definitely start asking questions.
Yeah, it's like I was telling somebody else on one of these Facebook groups. If the footage ends the debate on if she went down there alone. There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
And the CCTV, to me, brought in from another direction. I'm ready to see the rest. I'm ready to see the rest of this medical examiner's report, because this whole narrative that she was walking on this trail just because she was found, it wasn't even on the trail. It was off of a trail. It wasn't even on the trail. So this whole narrative that we have thought this whole time that she was walking 14-mile creek trail, I think is what it is. It's a narrative. It's not. I don't think it's what happened. I don't think she walked anywhere on that trail. I think the second person that was sent out to find out where else she went ran into her, was able to get her into the vehicle, and something else took place. We have to wait for the medical examiner's report for that. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Veronica? What do you think? What do you guys think, after we kind of went through this? Do you think she was brought? Do you think she walked down there somehow? Do you think she was like, what's the scenario after the night? What's the scenario that each one of you think that actually took place and why she ended up where she ended up?
It really seems more and more now, actually, you going down there at nighttime and showing how dark and showing the whole layout and everything. I mean, it just seems more and more like she had to have been placed there. And now there's actually more questions than there is answers. Because you actually debunked a couple of things that, I mean, like possibilities that, could have happened. Like, I think Rosie said earlier, like someone hit her and, she fell over that way. And, or maybe she was walking and tripped. But, I mean, you kind of narrowed all that stuff out and really showed what would be more plausible and stuff. Like I would think like she would have had to have been placed there, especially with no trauma or anything like that, and her being in flip flops and stuff. Like, it just don't add up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
especially the flip flops. Yeah, what do you think is that as well, Jennifer? Like she was like placed there pretty
Oh,
much.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and your footage just kind of sealed that deal for me that there's no way she would have been walking down there on her own for any reason. And the
I
spot
mean,
she was found was so far off any trail and it was so hidden that it just screams to me that she was put there out of sight.
hidden is a good word because that's what it like really up against the wall, a dead end part of a path, a dead end. Most people would just look over there and go, "Oh wait, that's a dead end. Let's just go this way." Like,
Mhm.
yeah, it just seems like they just expected, they just expected time to go by and for somebody to think maybe it was a dead animal on the side of the road and just not pay any mind to it,
Yeah.
right? Because that's what I
Yeah.
would think. Like, think if you're driving down the side of the road and you smell that smell, most 99% of the time you're thinking it's probably a dead raccoon or
or deer or something that got
yeah,
hit.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, Jennifer. I didn't mean to call you another name. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Oh,
good.
you're fine.
But yeah, it's easy and it's tucked away. Like again, unless somebody literally is like looking over, So that is a question I have. Like the person that called in the tip, that like I said, that's not a typical spot somebody's gonna walk up and down. If you're going for a walk, you're not gonna go get cut up on your arms and everything from a bunch of bush and tree and brush.
Yeah.
It's all up in that spot except for where her memorial's at. Like if you're not hopping that rail, you're walking through brush that's sticking out to your face and everything. So it's not like somebody's just walking by, to just. So it is a little weird. But who knows,
Yeah.
when it
Now, did
comes to
she
that.
check herself out
Yeah,
of so
yeah,
I wonder if that also made someone mad that she was able to get out on her own.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can only hold you for I think it's like a 48 or 72-hour period, and then after that you can get released yourself. Same thing happened to Micah. She was forced to go in there, and she was able to get out the day that you're able to release yourself. Same
Yeah.
exact thing happened to Micah, and that's what happened to her. And
If I'm not mistaken, though, they said, didn't they say that she checked that she checked herself in?
no.
She didn't.
She was
No,
taken by the
yeah,
police to the hospital, and then I think she was talked into
Oh wow!
going into the mental institute, and then she checked herself out when she was able to.
Wow.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the hospital.
Okay. Okay, because I know I was hearing like different stories about she checked herself in, and that some people were even speculating that maybe she checked herself in because it was a safe place to go since she was trying to get away. And I was like, well, that wouldn't make sense, so but I wasn't for sure on that. But there was something else I was going to tell you. Oh, like in the beginning of Micah's case, how we had all these people that would come in and like pretty much work for JP, and there's still quite a few of them. But you know how there was one in particular on Facebook and TikTok and stuff, and they would always leave these long comments. Now, how odd is it that Elena Moore's case has already got similar people that we have in the Micah case that's going out and leaving these comments like, oh no, Elena was mentally ill or this and that and the other. And I'm just like, it's so odd because it's almost like verbatim what they were saying about Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why when I first heard of it and started looking into it, I was like, damn, this looks just like Mike and JP. And here's the thing with Elena's husband. I've been saying he's copied JP's playbook. I mean, think about it. He's a guy, he's got the similar situation. He got to see all of it unfold on TV. So he got to see what JP failed at, what JP succeeded at. He got to see what works and what doesn't. But the thing with this guy is he's not as smart as JP. JP was able to maneuver, duck, and dive. This guy right here, he ain't that smart. The stuff that is already starting to unravel, and we're going to go deeper into it. You're more than welcome to join on another one too if you'd like. We're going to go deeper into it on, I think it'll probably be part 4 or part 5 of the series, and we're going to be going in. We kind of dug into it before on some of our other shows before we came out here, boots on the ground, but we're really going to be going into the scandals that the husband was involved with, and he's just not very smart, Veronica. Like JP has got some smarts behind him. He's aligned himself with people that have expertise on a lot of different things. But this guy don't. He's a fuck up. And he's a major fuck up. He's a lifelong fuck up. And he's fucked up a lot. And the thing is the only support that he's had is his law enforcement buddies. He doesn't have all of the techies and all of these other people that JP does and has had this whole time. JP got to learn from generations. He got to learn all of his tricks of the trade from generations. This guy, Elena's husband, he's just a complete fuck up and has been a fuck up the whole time and has fucked up continuously over and over and over. So he may work with a company that specializes in hushing up a lot of stuff or keeping things quiet, or even, that they literally promote how to get away with domestic violence. They really do.
Oh yeah, and then even if he's not the smartest guy and stuff, I mean, he's still got that network of people, and that was a lot of things that JP had too, was a network of people, and we found out like so much throughout, like ways that JP got blackmail on people, and all the different things, and how he ended up, because remember he ended up with a when he got his record expunged, they gave him a badge for when he gets pulled over. So, I mean,
they let him have his guns back. Yeah, they kissed his ass.
Yeah,
but he don't have, like JP. He's got all of the connections and all sorts of different expertise. But the husband here for Elena, he's just got his law enforcement buddies, and that's it. Other than that,
yeah, I've heard
all of his boys are druggies and shit.
And I've heard too that even with like Brandon, like the people that have been following him or like backed him or whatever, that it's almost like a cult-like mentality type deal. So kind of like the same kind of people that JP has backing him, that the husband here also has that same kind of group that is backing him. And then that's a lot of the people that you see in the comments that, and there's one in particular, I'll send you the name when we get off, and she's just like that Tracy girl, if you remember, Tracy C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, just like her to a T whenever she's in comment sections. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we got a citronella plant.
Yeah, well, the people that married Elena and Brandon are actually the ones that are affiliated with the law office as well, and also are the ones that are threatening cease and desist on any of the friends of Elena's that speak about the abuse.
Yeah.
About the abuse. So You do have people that again, there's a church involved, there's religion involved, and it's like I was saying, it's an exact copy from the very beginning. It's an exact copy of Micah Miller. That's one of the reasons why when I came across this in the very beginning and I saw the stuff in the background of what was involved, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to do what I did, and I came out here because I told anybody that was a friend or a loved one of Elena's in the very beginning, I said, you may not know the work that we've done for Micah Miller and everything, and maybe you have, but I told them that we were going to give the same effort, dedication, the seeking the truth, just like we did for Micah. We were going to fight just as hard. And also, I have to say thank you to Micah, because without you, Micah, I don't know if I would have the energy and the dedication and the passion to be able to help others like Elena and whoever else might come across this unfortunate situation. So Micah changed a lot of people's lives for the better, and for victims that we don't even know their names yet. She's changed lives for that too. So, and Elena's going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
It'll be that same energy that, we're going to hear about some other name we don't know yet that has a similar situation. And we're
we
going
know
to
it
push
before.
What's that?
We kind of know what we're looking at now. I mean, and then all the stuff that happened and still happening now, even to this day with Micah's case, it's like something out of a movie. When I tell people out there, if I try to explain it to you, I'm just going to sound crazy, because I mean, it's just so much, and it's so deep, and it's stuff still going today, and it's like so many people like hurt, and I mean, a whole lot of people have pretty much stepped away from Micah's case.
Yeah,
I think it's only like 3 people now, and that's me included, that's still talking about Micah because of all the bad stuff and things that JP has them do to people and stuff to shut them up, and it's sad.
Yeah, it's until the right thing will happen. These investigations take a long time, and there's a lot of stuff that's involved that is going to take a long time. So until he actually is sitting in that cell, there's going to be a bunch of that. But there's always for the most part, a lot of it is done, because he's not going to continue to do a lot of the things that he used to, just because now he's got those eyeballs on him.
And distraction. He's trying to distract and help persuade public media and stuff for the juries and stuff. So,
but yeah, there's just there's just so much. There's still people out there on his benefit or his behalf that hopefully they get their justice too. The fake ones out there, and I'm sure they will, because the fake can only last for so long until everything gets unraveled. So prayers to everybody for that too. I am going to be stopping by a couple places this week just to give my respects to Micah. So shout out to Micah again. And again, thank you, Veronica. What's up, Boda Man? Thank you, Veronica, for hopping up here. Thank you also, Jennifer. Shout out, Rosie. I'm sorry the technical issues created a funk. Hopefully we can get you on the next one. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be doing part 2. We'll be going more into the footage, and then part 3, we're going to be digging into the Ring cameras. We're going to be really digging into those as part of the deep dive. So thank you all for being here. If you just joined, make sure you start at the beginning. We went through some stuff. Also, if you want any links to the videos that we did check out, they are in the description of the video. And then also, here is the link to the Elena Moore CJ HD raw footage playlist. It's got a couple of them for the public. I'm going to be releasing some more to the public as the days go on. Probably have 1 or 2 upload for you guys tomorrow. Probably the no car driving down this path video. So look for that. Drop some comments in that. There's the link for that video. A bunch of members' videos. You can actually see everything right now. GoPro, Sony, all that stuff. You can see all that right now. And then we'll be dropping some here and there. So thank you all for being here. Again, if you're not subscribed to Veronica, and Veronica, you're more than welcome to hop on any other. I'm going to extend the invite to any of the guests that we do have on here. You're more than welcome to join on any other part of the series that we have. Just let me know and I can always send you a link. Again, thank you for hanging out. And then also, let me drop the link for Jennifer. If you're not subscribed to Jennifer G, the Jennifer G Files, here's her channel. And then also Rosie. I see you in chat, Rosie. I'm sorry about the technical issues. We were having some in the beginning of the show, too. I couldn't get my damn microphone to connect until I shut off my Bluetooth. And I'm like, what? Okay. That's weird. All right, whatever. Make sure you go sub. I love you guys. Thank you, Marshawn. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Part 2, digging into more of the footage. Part 3, we'll be digging into the Ring cams. I love you guys. We'll have to take more calls tomorrow. I'm sorry we took too long tonight, but we'll make sure we get those in tomorrow. So we'll be talking more footage tomorrow, part 2. So we'll go ahead and add that in to what we watched tonight. And then what we go through tomorrow, let us know if you'd like to call. Appreciate you very much. Stay safe. Enjoy your night. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.